and very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for allocating your time on our English Podcast forums. We are here to listen for a few opinions and explanation about animal cruelty or known as animal abuse. We are proud to be here today to share and gain knowledge together about animal abuse. First of all, I would like to introduce you our forums panel today. First, Miss Nurul Izzah Binti Amaluddin, who is zoologist from Zoo, Taipei. Hello, Miss Izzah, how are you?
Thanks for having me too for this talk show, and I'm glad to be here.
And we have Miss Nurul Ubaidah Binti Muhammad Abdul Basit, who is head of Animal Department from Jabatan Perlindungan Haiwan. Welcome to our forums, Miss Ubaidah.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Hope both of you was paying of help. They will be sharing their opinion about animal abuse. With me, Ummiyaatun Ubaidah, as your moderator today. Without wasting our time, Miss Izzah, can you explain to us what is animal abuse and why it is a concern?
What is animal abuse? Animal abuse is the treatment of any animal that causes physical or psychological damage. Cruelty to animal, also called animal abuse, animal neglect or animal cruelty, is the infliction by omission, neglect by commission by humans on suffering or harm upon any non-human animals. Other than that, animal cruelty also encompasses a range of behavior. Intentional cruelty can run from knowingly depriving an animal of food, water, shelter, socialization, or veterinary care to maliciously torturing, maiming, mutilating, or killing an animal. Every being on this planet fits into a place of its own. If you completely remove one species, the entire planet will start to suffer. So, back to the question, why we should take care, protect, concern to animal? Okay, this is because animal life has its own significance to nature as well as human life too. First, ecosystem humans are damaged if wildlife is destroyed. For example, elephants are hunted for ivory. This causes a largest decrease in the numbers of elephants, thus giving a serious impact to our environment. According to the One Green Planet website, the number of elephants and the number of trees are very related. Researchers have found a sad trend that is in the area are also extinct elephant. Some tree species are also extinct because elephants are the most important species in helping the spread of many tree and plant seed in a short time. Second, wildlife also very important because it can provide a source of information or education to the community, especially to school students. For example, tigers are categorized into several subspecies such as Sumatra tigers, Bengal tigers, Indochina tigers, Malayan tigers, and South China tigers. Therefore, the community will have the opportunity to get to know the species found in our country more closely if those animals are protected from extinction. Third, wildlife is also can be a source of attraction for foreign tourists to our country. This is because most of the species of animal and plants found in this country, Malaysia, cannot be found in other countries. This at the same time can generate economic income to our country, Malaysia.
Thank you, Miss Izzah. That's your explanation about animal abuse. That was very understandable. I think young people should more concerned about animal abuse, right? So now let's move on to Miss Ubaidah. I would like to ask you, why animal abuse are happening, and can you give us some examples of animal abuse?
Thanks to moderator for that questions. Animal abuse of these animals comes from a variety of reasons. Among the cause of this animal abuse is due to emotional stress. They are not able to harbor resentment towards an individual and vent their anger of animal. A part of that, the cause of this crime is due to the sophistication of modern technology, which prefer to play social media, especially in teenagers. They are willing to do bad things to become famous in social media like TikTok, apps, YouTube, and so on. This is because they prefer when their actions are watched by the community without thinking of the adverse effect. Example of animal abuse come in various forms such as injuries to the eyes, nose, body, legs, and so on. Injuries like this can cause the animal to be blind, lame, and so on. No less also at animals watered with hot water and acid.
Thank you, Miss Aida. That is the worst thing ever I heard. How could them to do such a thing to animals? I am totally agree to you, because even we are living in a modern lifestyle, but people nowadays are willing to do anything for viewers, for fame and such things. Maybe it's nonsense for some people, but that is the truth. Miss Izzah, I am convinced and believe that there are legal penalties for those who abuse animals. What is punishment for those who abuse animals, and how many animals are killed per day?
In Malaysia, there is a legal act for animal protection, which is under the Animal Welfare Act 2015. The Animal Welfare 2015 came into force in July 2017 as a manifestation of the government being sensitive to cases of animal cruelty. It acknowledged that pets and livestock also have rights in this world, including being free from persecution, including hunger and thirst. But cruelty towards animal protected under the Animal Welfare Act 2015 is punishable by fine of 20 to 100,000 ringgit and or imprisonment of up to 3 years. But cruelty towards animal protected under the Wildlife Conservation Act 2010 is punishable by a fine of 5 until 50,000 ringgit and or up to 1 year imprisonment. Actually, there are lots of punishment for the animal abuse, but this is a common sentence to the offenders. Every day definitely have a cruelty and animal abuse, at least minimum 510 cases a year. For example, based on bernama article on 6 October 2019, the Department of Veterinary Service released statistics showing a 30% increase in the cases of abuse of animals nationwide from 510 in 2017 to 662 cases last year. Its Director General Datuk Dr. Kwanzaa Nizamuddin Hassan Nizam said there was a 10% increase from 463 cases in 2016 to figures in 2017, and more than 90% of those cases involve dog and cat.
That was very surprising me. I am shocked, and it is really unexpected because it is a huge amount, right? So, lastly, I want to ask Miss Aida, what are the effects of animal abuse, and how can we stop it to happen again?
Animal abuse have many negative effects. Among them are physical and mental injuries to animals. Scientists have found that animals need social relationships like humans, do good activities and are not tired, kicked or locked in small cage. it will affect the emotion of this animal because it does not get good care. Case of animal abuse can also affect the image of country. In this era of technology, some individuals can access information from all over the world easily through the internet, and they can spread this crime easily. This causes a country to get a bad impression from foreign countries and also affects the domestic tourism sector due to this case of activities. How to stop animal abuse? Who is not sad when an animal is supposed to be cared for lovingly but severely tortured by some irresponsible individual? Law enforcement is essential to deal with this case rather than continue. The government has set the sentences according to Section 1330 of the Animal Welfare Act 2015, which imposes severe penalties on individuals who commit such crimes. In addition, we are organizing an animals love campaign to open the eyes of the community that animals are also worthy being to be loved and make complaints to the authorities to take action against such irresponsible individuals. In conclusion, what can be explained is that animal abuse needs to be stopped immediately. Every criminal deserves a punishment commensurate with the abuse. There is a need for awareness from the community to prevent abuse for according if there is such a case. Let us not just close our eyes to this crime. They are also entitled to protection from us as human beings endowed with intellect and mind. The glory of the community is because of personality that is full of kindness, love, and concern. The progress of a country is seen in terms of the extent of its mental and personal progress. May we be able to be civilized society and high morals and knowledge. It looks like time is running out, so I leave it to the moderator to resolve. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are at end of this forum. Thank you for our beautiful panels for sharing knowledge today. My last word, we must remember that every animal has feelings and deserves to be loved and treated with the same love as humans. Till then, have a nice